A term we've heard a lot of lately in the business and in life that describes our current times is VUCA. It stands for volatility, uncertainty, complexity, and ambiguity. I think we can all agree that whether we're staying at home or essential workers on the front lines, these four terms in the aggregate pretty well describe what we're living through. My Robservation is that much of what I've read and heard on VUCA describes what it is and tells leaders to be careful and pay attention to it. Sound familiar? What I would like to do is give leaders some real actions you can take with intentionality to help manage VUCA at the workforce level. My simple way to look at VUCA at the task level is volatility. It's the dynamics or the speed of changes. Uncertainty. It's the size or unpredictability of changes. Complexity is the number of changes, and ambiguity would be the vagueness of changes. Rather than just looking at this phenomenon from the broader organizational perspective, let's look at it from the task-based perspective and talk about how leaders can engage in determining how you can help manage VUCA at the field level. That is, after all, where people get hurt, maimed, or killed. As you go out to engage your workforce, learn to ask a few questions that can help you understand what they need in this or any VUCA environment. Remember that each of the elements of VUCA impacts each individual in ways that are fairly predictable based on their personality tendencies. Also, the VUCA environment creates predictable traps that we've known about for years. Rather than trying to focus on just the macro of the VUCA environment, help people focus on the triggers that tell them a trap exists so that they can manage it at the task level as much as possible. Help them understand that you, as a leader, want to help them where you can to manage VUCA. Some simple conversation starters may include V. What can we do to help you manage the speed at which changes are happening here in your work environment or on your tasks? Volatility. U. Uncertainty. How can we help you identify and manage the size or unpredictability of the changes? C. Complexity. What can we do to reduce the number of changes impacting your job or task on a daily basis, or even on this task at this time? And A. How can we be more precise in what we need from you at the job and task level? How can we be less ambiguous? You can also use the with model to put things in perspective because it fits with VUCA. Work environment, what's going on around you, physically and socially. Individual capabilities and how they match or mismatch task demands. And human nature, those characteristics of humans in general that make us more prone to err on this task at this time. Remember, this isn't about data collection. It's about getting information from the workforce that will assist leaders in your goal of intentional leadership and to provide information on what you can do to help people through the current chaotic and VUCA times. Have conversations amongst yourselves as leaders and your workforce about how to effectively manage what you cannot control or remove. VUCA. And remember, intentional leadership starts with you.